Okay, better. So there's something that isn't really talked about as much as I think it should be in the sober sphere, for lack of a better term. And that is how we reframe and think about our relationship to alcohol and our sobriety. Because we forget or we don't know that this 3-pound blob of gray matter between our ears is the most advanced supercomputer that has ever been developed in the world, right? It can not only instantaneously and simultaneously take in information and process it, it can produce a response in our body physically, all within a fraction of a second. And a lot of that happens subconsciously, but there's so much consciously that we can grab the reins of and control, like how we think and process our thoughts and our emotions about alcohol and our sobriety, right? So we oftentimes think of sobriety as drudgery, as a battle, as war, as impossible, right? I can't quit drinking. Alcohol's everywhere. It's offered to me all the time. Advertisers, it's everywhere. How could I possibly quit that? And your brain believes whatever you tell it. So if you tell it it is impossible, if you tell it it is drudgery, if you tell it it is a battle, it's going to be that in your reality. But if you make the small shift and reframe it as a journey, as an enlightening experience to finding yourself again, right? If you view it as a dance, if you view it as skipping down a road, that's what sobriety is going to look like for you. It's going to feel energetically different than if you were to program it and frame it in your brain with a negative connotation. And the same thing applies to alcohol itself, the substance, right? I think most of us have fallen prey to the trillion-dollar industry that is alcohol and their bullshit marketing that tells us alcohol is light and fun and relaxing. It's a good time, right? But what if we start to frame it in a negative light for what it is? A psychoactive, poisonous drug, right? It feels different in your body when you think about it that way, as opposed to, that's how I relax, right? Because let's be for real, alcohol doesn't truly relax you. Yes, it depresses your nervous system. But in the end, that depression of your nervous system is just compounding the issues that you're using alcohol to avoid. In the same way we view ourselves as alcoholics, right? As drunks, as people who can't quit. But what if you just reframe it as I can quit, right? If anyone can quit alcohol, you can quit alcohol. No one is any more capable or special than you, right? They might have different tools and habits and ways they think about alcohol that are different than you, but they're no more capable than you to just not drink. So if we can stop romanticizing alcohol and its effects, stop glorifying the term alcoholic, right? I think we can start to make progress in demonizing it, right? In making it feel different in our nervous system, in our bodies, so that we begin to shy away from it, right? Because if you frame something as a psychoactive drug, as poison, as death to your bodily systems and to your cells, you're not going to want to participate in it as easily as you would have before. So I challenge you to do that today, this week. Start to reframe things in your mind, but start to reframe alcohol in your mind and your relationship to it, and see how things change, just even slightly. Because the more we hammer away at things, the more emotion we can put behind it, the easier it is for our brains to have that as the automatic response, instead of the automatic response being positive when it comes to alcohol. All right. Love y'all.